Arunabha Ghose, CEEW. He is a pioneer in climate change policies and also one of the advisors to the Prime Minister of India. So, Mr. Arunabha Ghose, please grace us with your presence here.
Thank you. Good evening. This is what you get when you show up late. Everyone's getting to have dinner. I have to sing for my supper. Those of you who don't know me, I am Arunabha Ghose. I run an independent think tank called the Council on Energy, Environment and Water, also known as CEEW. I set it up in 2010. So as we've just become a teenager, and like all teenagers, we're impatient for getting things done. So what are we impatient about? You know, this Lighthouse Energy Acceleration Forum, for me, the word that's most important here is acceleration. In 2010, when CEEW was set up, our national solar mission in India began. We had less than 20 megawatts of solar. The price of a single unit of solar was over 20 rupees. In order to buy solar, solar was bundled with coal power in order to reduce the average price. And then we kicked off the solar mission, and we did reverse auctions. And year after year after year, prices kept coming down to now less than 2 rupees a kilowatt hour, 2 US cents or even lesser. From 20 megawatts of solar to 185,000 megawatts of non-fossil electricity capacity. But that's not acceleration. For me, that is just action. Why am I saying this? The Secretary General said COP28 needs to be a pivot. A pivot towards what? Pivot towards an inflection point. If we've built out over 100 gigawatts of renewables capacity in India alone, every hour we are going to be building out 11 to 12 megawatts of renewables for the remainder of this decade, getting to 500 megawatts, 500 gigawatts of renewables by the end of this decade. But that's just what's going to happen in India. And then imagine there's another acceleration that's needed. Over the past 2 decades, India has electrified 700 million people. Over the remainder of this decade, we have to electrify 700 million people more across the world. That's 11,500 households have to get access to electricity every single hour. So that's another acceleration. So as the minister walks in, my only pitch to you is when you think from action to ambition to acceleration, we should really be thinking about the inflection points. Don't be satisfied. Remain a teenager and remain hungry for change very quickly at scale. Thank you.